Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Your armor will no longer protect! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
Do you two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is Desadeh. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Captain Vasco. No need to comment about our distance from the sea. I know.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? Even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location.
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated, but most exercises...
Impressive.
Only the best come here. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons. But you already know all of this, Kurt.
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take... The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them... But if you want to know more...
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh. I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable that these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my...
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, really.
Old barrack rivalries.
Rolf doesn't bring back good memories. But let's continue. I want to know what's going on here. Lieutenant!
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
What kind of training do your men have?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline.
You mean to blindly follow up?
But No, we also teach them to analyze situations.
How do the various squadrons...
The recruits I train are intended to carry...
Really?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand...
That's strange. These
skills are always...
How did you
I have led numerous squadrons. I worked with Captain Rolf in the past.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the...
Yes.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this... You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to...
Your cousin is a governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron?
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be...
Lieutenant!
Captain!
My friend here would like...
At your orders, Captain.
Can you tell us about...
The recruits who come here are the... I don't know what else to... Exactly what you'd...
What kind of training?
Combat in natural set...
I'm very curious about how you...
Now, these are complex...
That's a pity.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained.
Oh, he was a good one.
So we've heard. Your captain...
The training we do outside can be... Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his...
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glove. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on.
I hope that it won't take too long.
We'll be quick.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I don't like it. Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions.
Me?
You look exhausted.
It's difficult at first, but you get through it.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted...
I'm not a coward, nor a...
What is that?
Our squadron's captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades.
No, not at
Are
all.
you afraid of what they might think?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in it.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron...
Yes, of course. But he's not...
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission.
Sorry, mate, but that's not...
I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you, sire.
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it. Hello, soldier.
Captain?
We need information.
Of course, sire.
How would you describe...
Yes, we do.
Really? Yet we've been...
Yes.
Problems remembering?
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squad?
Very good. The Phantom Squad.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire.
You've sure got the military...
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a...
No.
That's strange. I was tied...
if you don't mind, I'd like...
He seems afraid that an accident might...
No! It's not that.
Very well.
Excellence.
These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me.
We can't hide the lies. Soldier!
Captain!
At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about...
I have nothing to say.
Really? Go on, it's not...
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test.
Well, training is...
You're very united in this squadron.
United.
That's rather sinister.
Yeah. Well,
You seem rather hesitant.
no. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything, and we're lucky to have the Lieutenant as our instructor.
We should leave this soldier to his...
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First-class recruit Wilhelm.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go! Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't...
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll...
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof... What's really going on here?
This is supposed to be a training camp for only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. That's what we're told every day. But in reality...
Tell me about the training you undertake.
It's more torture. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads... They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth.
All they leave you with is your survival instinct.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environment, but what they teach us would be more useful.
As for Rainer, do you know...
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Rainer's murderer, you can start with.
Thank you for telling us all of this.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp.
We understand the risk you've taken.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kurt, Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rainer wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes, but he told me it's not really training. The recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death.
You knew about this?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past.
I'm so sorry.
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks, Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they
We can't just barge in and hope they give...
Let's wait for night. We'll sneak into the camp unseen.
We might also try to find out where this night training...
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits.
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training. Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
This letter is disturbing. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised, but it says that the recruits trained here have been and yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these. The conclusion of the letter also
So Torst...
So it seems.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
And to think I complained about the Nord's training practices, but this... This is horrific, Kurt.
This document explains a lot. Rainer shows up on this list more than once.
Those who resist too much are lynched during...
Kurt. Wilhelm's name...
The boy...
We can't let them kill him.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush...
If this boy dies because of us... I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
You're a good captain, Kurt. But I hope you understand that they won't hold back on us.
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more. It's blocked. Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this. He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Come on, if you dare. Come on, I'll teach you how to dance. Come on, if you dare.
Stop! We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Rainer.
Soldiers! Do you realize what you're doing?
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it. To arms!
Do you know what happens to those who die in this regiment? Their bodies are thrown out like those of rabid animals. If you die here, you'll die without glory. No one will ever know what happened to you. I doubt that's what they promised you when you joined the Guard.
No. No, of course not.
A good soldier doesn't fight for glory. He fights to be the best.
Really? Then the Guard really has changed. Did you recruits leave your families to end up lynched and thrown into a ditch?
No. You're right.
Traitors.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Then let's go! To my help! And death to the others!
Will you be all right?
I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you. I'm eternally grateful.
Come, Wilhelm. We'll help you get home. We owe you that, at least.
I'm counting on you to bring him back to the camp in one piece.
Yes, Captain.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape us. Let's hope that Rolf didn't hear the sounds of combat. Surprise is our best ally.
You're right. Let's try to approach discreetly. It's blocked.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
It's blocked.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Kurt, you're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid a fight, and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
All this bullying and humiliation is only intended to turn you into weapons, not soldiers. And when a weapon is no longer needed, its owner throws it away rather than risk injury. That's why Raynor was disposed of.
Being a soldier doesn't mean being a puppet. Put your weapons down.
They're right, mates. I don't want to end up in the harbor.
What do you think, soldier? You think we can trust them?
It's over, Lieutenant. These recruits won't do your dirty work for you anymore.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. You've trained cowards.
Their training wasn't finished, Captain. And the speeches were so convincing.
Silence! Where is this second squadron? Should have been here a long time ago.
They're not coming, Rolf.
They surrendered too. It would appear that your training methods aren't very effective.
Now that you no longer have lackeys to send after us, Rolf, you'll have to get your own hands dirty.
I've dreamt of shutting that big mouth of yours up for so long.
A bit of poison on my blade.
And let's go!
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life. Without you...
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about.
I don't know if you'll be able to forgive us, Wilhelm.
I've been in your shoes on other nights. You didn't have the choice.
While we wait for this camp to close for good, you'll be under Wilhelm's command. You'll soon receive your transfer orders.
At your orders, Captain.
Glad it's you, Wilhelm.
You'll stay here for now. I'll send men I trust to come get you soon.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard.
There's no use brooding over the past.
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one.
I am sorry, Kurt.
We put an end to it all. We had to.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading and that we would...
Yes. At the time, I told you...
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are...
I know.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalty. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on...
Believe me.
Goodbye, Kurt. My...
I need a bit of practice.
One armor that fits you like it likes. It's you, Onomenawi. Come and see. I'll receive beautiful things from our village. Bertir to mad. Oh, do you want to see?
How is business nowadays?
No. Since you gave me this and the people of this village, our chief Ulan is very happy.
You will always be welcome here.
Glad to see you. I intend to prove I will have to go through a test. So,
With pleasure. I need a bit of practice.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever.
Good day, my lord.
Desarde. I'm the emissary of the congregation on Tirfredi.
And cousin to the governor. I know exactly who you are. And I see that you're accompanied by one of...
hardy winds, Admiral.
You are still angry with me for keeping you ashore, are you? But I don't suppose you've come to talk to me about... Captain Vasco, I'm glad to see...
I did, Admiral.
You want me to entrust you?
Indeed.
Very well. A short time ago,
I have heard about it. An incomprehensible...
We cannot let the land dwellers think, so I need someone to investigate.
At your orders, Admiral.
The shipwreck is stranded on the shore.
Thank you, Admiral.
I'm counting on...
Come closer, good people. Liquor and wine.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this straight.
Engulf our enemies! Protect me in this battle! Poison up my blade! And let's go! Engulf our enemies! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
And let's go!
May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Look, there it is.
It's sad, seeing a large ship on its side like this. It almost looks like a giant corpse.
The corpses are chained up. These beasts were captive. Could they have died during the sinking?
I don't think so. They don't seem to have drowned. Something bigger sort of thing. No effort at all.
It looks like an enormous cage. But look.
It's been broken. Is this ringing any bells for anyone else?
The hull was torn apart. And given the way that the wood is broken, it came from the inside. Damn it. What happened here?
There are scratch marks almost everywhere on the wood. But they do not look like the marks a reef would make.
This ship was apparently carrying creatures from the island. The largest one managed to escape and made a hole in the hull as it tried to run away, just like in Serene. The sailors didn't stand it.
The Admiral will not be satisfied with our deductions. She will want concrete proof.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go!
Engulf our enemies! I am wounded! May the Enlightened come to my help!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Careful! You're wounded!
Look, there it is.
It's sad, seeing a large ship on its side like this. It almost looks like a giant corpse.
The corpses are chained up. These beasts were captive. Could they have died during the sinking?
I don't think so. They don't seem to have drowned. Something bigger sort of thing, but no effort at all.
It looks like an enormous cage. But look.
It's been broken. Is this ringing any bells for anyone else?
The hull was torn apart. And given the way that the wood is broken, it came from the inside. Damn it. What happened here?
There are scratch marks almost everywhere on the wood. But they do not look like the marks a reef would make.
This ship was the
to my help.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. See if you can ward off this fate! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! See if you can ward off this fate!
All the clues seem to corroborate the captain's journal. The Guardian who was locked up on the boat freed itself and ripped apart the hull of the boat to get out.
Yes, and my brothers had no means of saving their lives or the ship, alas. Let's go back and explain this to the Admiral.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Regarding the mission you entrusted Captain Vasco with.
We have come to give our conclusions.
I'm listening.
We examined the shipwreck and the surrounding area. A creature they carried on board managed to set itself free. An enormous beast. It made a hole in the hull and caused the sinking. We could only find dead bodies.
Alas, I was expecting it. Did you find anything?
The captain's journal tells the tale of the ship.
Thank you, Vasco. It seems that the potions and rest assured we will never transport another one. Our honor is safe. What you have achieved for us all I will send someone to tell the tattooist. He'll be waiting for you.
I have come to receive my tattoo. The Admiral should have informed you.
Indeed, Captain. Congratulations. Well, take a seat. You know the drill.
What do you think about it? I feel more Nort than ever.
Great. Congratulations, Vasco.
Ah, my child, I'm happy.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. I fear that your cousin might be a little defensive.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only if we had the means to action more personal level.
How could we ever...
Everyone has nasty little...
Very well.
Excellent.
How would you like to go?
We must search her apartment. They'll be guarded, of course.
This is The congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught.
I know. But keep it... And if we want to be sure to pass without being...
That would improve.
Your Excellency.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island...
Did you?
This island was where Saint Matthias lived. Some time ago, we created it. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied, as you can imagine, it is all the more so because we discovered some tablets.
An extraordinary discovery that...
I see you... alas, these tablets were stolen. Probably. I know that you are generally well accepted. That is why I was hoping that you...
I suppose I could go to eat...
Marvelous. The leader of the community... May the Enlightened assist...
This area of the palace is forbidden to visit.
We did not know.
The basements are for...
Very well.
May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Good day.
Don't hesitate. All of our products are a blessing. Welcome to the best holy item shop.
Do you like it here in Sam?
It is impossible not to like, and rumour has it that this island is the one. Goodbye. enlightened always keep you in his divine. Don't hesitate. Goodbye. May the enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Ah, well. This is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place.
For goodness sake! This room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking.
It seems that someone forgot their earring.
Ugh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in Thélème, unfortunately. Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some political favor. We must find out who is involved and learn more.
The earring that we found may help us with that. We could ask at the brothel if it belongs to a prostitute. I don't have the key. Locked.
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, the Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually,
What's more, she does so quite regularly.
And the name Candy Cane crops up several times. Quite suspicious, don't you think?
This sweet person must be doing her huge... I think we have everything we... There is probably a connection between these...
The moneylender is well established. He can... As for this Candy Cane, the name doesn't ring any bells to me.
We can also go and gather information at the coin...
Can I?
I'm here for something else.
If you wish.
Do you think that the Mother Cardinal... You sometimes deliver goods to...
Of course. The rich...
And have you ever supplied any...
Yes, that has happened.
And who places these...
Well, a steward, of course.
A woman?
No, the steward is more discreet. The steward speaks to her sometimes. They...
What can you tell me about a certain...
Candy Cane?
And what do they say?
Here, nothing.
To the games room?
Yes, that's more the kind...
I have to go.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. Of that I can assure you. Come on. So, have you found what you were looking for?
Let's just say that I'm gathering...
My treasures are worth their price. For you?
Father, do you want to explain to this man why we are here?
Of course. We are not here for your services, but to lead an investigation. Several clients of yours have made a complaint. Precious objects disappearing after your employees' visits.
People in very high places are concerned, which explains why we've been asked to take care of it.
This cannot be. Well, listen. Come in. but please be discreet.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Look, a new... Oh, but would...
We would like...
Absolutely not. And I have no desire to answer...
Very well.
There are too many of you for...
Sorry, madam, but we're here to... This question might seem a little surprising.
Why? It's mine. I lost it when... How did you get hold of it?
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Come with me. Well, what do you want? Why are you giving me back my earring?
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back that I'd lost it.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No. Do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
What would you like to know?
Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me. But I don't know them.
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else, apart from the clients.
You can't even give me a single name.
No. The only person who sometimes... She never takes part in the festivities, but the steward...
Do you think that an important...
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you?
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my...
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly...
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. Admit it, you must know more than you're letting on. It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close to these influential people, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I was able to recognize someone, once. Even with a mask on, I'm good at recognizing my clients.
Please continue. I'm all ears.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real importance, and you've probably never even heard of him.
I know very well who you are.
But I didn't mention anything to you.
I don't even remember the subject of this. Do you know someone who goes by the...
Everyone does. He is a...
Have you ever spotted him?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to...
This woman in the green coat.
She always hides her. Then she disappears into a little office and
I see. She is... Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I'd lose my...
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager?
On what would we be...
On the fights in the arena. Quite
And do they...
a few...
What is this arena?
It's a people...
On what would we be...
On the fights in the... Quite
And do they...
a few...
I imagine that the name...
Obviously. He's a sort of... organizer.
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights.
If that's the case, why don't you...
He has friends. Protectors, and the only ones who wanted to...
Do you know where I can find...
He often hangs out around the port at night.
I know how to look after. Has the Mother Cardinal left? I must be going.
Next time.
Ready to excite? Perfect. My lords and ladies, here is a new team of fighters, taking to our proud arena. Give them a hearty welcome!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Ready to excite?
I need to get going.
Huh.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Excellent. And the public really... Perfect. You saw them win the first challenge with audacity! And here they are again for the second! Ladies and lords, applause for this unique team!
Protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Green blood! I can't hold on much longer!
Protect me in this battle!
And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won.
I need to get going.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. Of that I can assure you.
Look who...
I'm looking for a woman who comes here.
Yes, I have seen this coat before. But all I know is that I've seen a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders.
I have to go. It's blocked. Good day.
Welcome.
I'm looking for someone.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has...
Do you know where I can find...
No, I don't...
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect some winnings, would she?
No, and
I must be going.
Next time.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually.
You don't look like you need money.
I'll get straight to the point. I know about the...
What?
Stop acting all innocent. Although your reputation isn't spotless, there are... What if I were to spread it around town that you boast about being there? You know what happens when...
That's enough! All right, I get them.
It would appear that you know the mother... I know that she borrowed money from you. I even know how much.
I have no idea. Do you really think that...
Does she still owe you money?
No, she always pays me back on...
Do you think she's plundering this...
Ha! If that were the case, the funds would have been depleted...
Tell me about
We're not close, if that's what you want to know. I mean, there are some rumours...
What kind of business?
Oh, nothing to do with my line of business. He deals in...
I would advise you to keep all of...
I don't...
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain candy cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Maybe he's just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer.
Poison on my blade. Let's go!
Let's get rid of these money bags.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Our enemies!
Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desade, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman.
How did you...
That's not exactly the response I did.
I told you to forget about it. Or you'll...
Come on, it was just an innocent little conversation.
Bye.
Have enough information. It's already a huge scandal. I will find a way of...
I have faith in you.
my blade. Let's go!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blades. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
blade. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
I need healing!
my blade. Then let's go! Armor will no longer protect you.
I'm wounded. I need help.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this feint!
I'm wounded. I need help.
I need healing!
What an astounding place.
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization in these wild lands.
Thank you. Desade.
And I am Father...
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the...
That's excellent news. If you want to learn more about these tablets, she supervises the theologians who discovered them. You should find her a bit...
Who are the suspects?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vet. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship.
How could they have learned...
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives... They are so naive.
I must leave you.
May the enlighten...
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their homeland.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence. Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked... Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry,
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that...
Indeed. It is under my...
Whom do you suspect?
Alas. I'm afraid some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlu. Or it could have been vengeance by those who had...
Where were the tablets?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain... You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But if I remember correctly, it was...
Well, thank you for these pieces.
I am the one who should...
The Mother Cardinal told... on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that, and then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives?
Most of them were not in... They were afraid we might... And there were even more protests once we started talking. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of...
Were there any confrontations?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. But we stood our ground. And when Lur...
Thank you. Thank you. Greetings, Desade.
I'm Brother Virgil.
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablet.
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets.
I have no idea.
Do you suspect anyone?
Not really.
Well, Sister, you...
Of course. But all that matters to us is that
Do you think the culprit could...
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we...
They are the ones who...
Well, we conducted the research. Some inhabitants.
Well, thank you.
As you wish. But you won't... There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. To keep rummaging the way Sister...
I was not expecting a Have you been in Eden for a long...
2 months, approximately. I joined Sister Eugene. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, but once we were here, we must bring...
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenie. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert the entire population. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy.
You have a very unique... How are your relations?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them, but they were very reluctant to give us any answer. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village the warriors, and marked. The ones the natives call the... And it has proved nothing. I would like to go back to work.
Of course. I will leave you to your work. Father.
I'm glad.
Tell me.
We saw it, and everything here fits. So, we just...
Why share this village?
To replicate and resume. If he came here and managed by living side by side with...
How well do you get along?
Very well, of course.
Left?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Some of their legends must have been about...
And how well have...
With some reluctance. There are still frequent conflicts, but the other villages, the more peaceful.
There are no Onol Manawi and...
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. But, in the meantime, nobody thought we could live...
I must leave you.
May the enlightened...
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. Desade.
There are Onol Manawi among the Logead Blau. What do you want from?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden. Tell me about the arrival of...
The priests were roaming around. They were asking questions. One morning, they were building houses next...
The priests told me that they had managed to...
As long as we refused to listen to them. They were violent. And they saw... Some of the things they say are beautiful, and they...
One of the theologians told me that you had helped...
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they... Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything. But since they violently interrogated...
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave?
They did not accept the presence of the priest. They even asked Deirdre. So, the priests called the soul. I asked for peace, and the others left us.
Aren't you angry after all the...
No. I mourn
your opportunity
for the Renaigse to understand who we are. But men, perhaps wiser...
I have to go.
Like so many others.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
On the other hand, had they followed their chief's example, this wouldn't have happened. Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur. There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
Brother Virgil can't have cared less about these relics. He must have fallen asleep on duty. And then, someone must have just stolen the keys from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened. But someone... It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the what...
So, we have to find their
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. He will certainly know who is close to the...
You have returned on...
I think I know who stole them.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village, they must have taken the tablets with the help of some...
You may be right, but you may also...
You do well to tell me once the priests have reached the same...
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is...
If she's helping the priest...
Her son is one of the warriors who had... If you go talk to her, please, do not...
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may... I have to go.
Lloyd.
Greetings.
Bertie Tumad.
What can you tell me about...
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike, but I take almost...
Listen, I know you helped the ex...
No.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it...
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
The only means of alleviating the situation with Thélème is to give the priests their tablets back. So, if you don't want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them discreetly.
Bran and the rest of the exiles are hiding in the woods, beyond the stone circle. If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is riddled with traps. And please, do not hurt my son.
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
I hope you don't intend to fight them. They've already had to leave their families and their homes. They've suffered enough.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was a trap. It would be smarter to take the other path.
Wait! What are you doing here?
I'm not here to fight you, but I must retrieve the tablets of Saint Matthias.
What? How do you know we have them? And how? Not Freddy. We will not give them back! We lost our...
I know that you are seeking vengeance. Your mother helped you.
No. She only told us which night we could come. They have no right to punish her for this.
I doubt the Ordo Luminous will care. They will need someone to take the blame, and she's the obvious choice.
Very well. Take the stones and leave. All that's left to do is to rejoin the Donea Exregao.
What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
Don't worry, all is well. I managed to convince him to give me the tablets.
Ad Loredar, I did not believe my son to be so reasonable. You are giving me hope. I will go see him and tell him to find another clan. A place to welcome him.
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you, but how can...
Had you respected this village, you would not have to look for a culprit. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on the matter. Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action to really make it happen.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We'll make sure to improve things. I would be most grateful if you would...
I might come back at some point.
Naturally.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue. In the meantime, here, take this as a...
Thank you. I hope your